Hi everyone and welcome to Vibe with Nature. Today we will be having a garden tour to show what's growing in our high desert garden. Come right this way. We are here in California Zone 9B and things have been heating up. To the left, you can see our raised beds are covered with our DIY shade canopy to help relieve the plants from the direct sunlight. This raised bed holds our green onions, cherry tomatoes, peppers, leeks, rosemary, and baby bok choy, which is almost gone since I have used them in some of our dinner recipes, and what remains are now flowering and producing seeds, which we will collect and store them to replant into the garden. The cherry tomatoes are now in the fruiting stage. Those will be ready soon to snack on or to add to some of our meals, and there are plenty. This is Ray Ray, short for Raven. He doesn't like being pet, as you can see. And this plastic here keeps getting blown off the rack from the high winds. I really need to store them in another place, but for now, this is where they have to be. We save the egg cartons for collecting eggs from our hens, and we also use them for starter seed growth in our DIY greenhouse. Over here on the metal rack, we have our avocado plant. The leaves have become a snack for our cats, so we'll go ahead and move it to the top shelf to help prevent them from doing any further damage. It does take a while for the plant to get to this height, so I really don't want us to lose it. There are a variety of peppers, tomatoes, and flowers growing here. My mother likes to come into the garden and plant seeds she finds too, so we'll see what's growing here in time. Some of these pots don't have anything growing in them at the moment, but I do reuse the soil when planting new seeds. In this pot, I've stored my children's praying mantis project since it kept getting blown off the rack. They are hatching praying mantis, and the hard egg case is in the cup, as you can see here. Every day, they need to spray it with water to add a little humidity and help the hatching process. We have praying mantis all over our garden, in our backyard, and they are welcome since they eat a variety of pests in the garden. I'll help the kids out today by giving it a little spritz. We have zinnias growing here, and this bed contains alfalfa sprouts that we didn't plant. As well as sunflowers that we didn't plant either. We have peppers, cilantro, looks like we have a tiny cocoon here on our parsley, blue sage, society garlic, which also helps deter pesky garden bugs. And this sunflower here is just massive. The sunflowers have attracted many bees to our garden. We have no shortage of pollinators around here. Over here on the garden floor, we have a variety of potatoes, collard greens, lettuce, cabbage, watermelon, squash, pumpkins, and herbs. Since there is no shade cover here, I have noticed this year it's taking longer for some of our potato plants and squash to grow. Squash blossom. And we also planted blueberries over here in this corner. Here we have a beautiful and golden yellow squash blossom. Here are tiny oregano sprouts. We have parsnips here, herbs, kale, leeks, and the butterflies and aphids have been having their fair share of greens, so it's a race to see who can get to them first. I did notice one day that a wasp was eating a green caterpillar on the kale, which are planted by the white butterflies. So they're also helping to keep the pest under control. Ladybugs also do their part since aphids are their go-to snack. Over here we have our red swan beans and green peas. We have a pineapple, which I just planted for fun, just to see if getting shade over here from our tree of heaven would produce some fruit. We have another potato plant here. Our blue agave plant, which is very healthy right now since I did reduce the watering. It doesn't take much. I did overwater the one that was directly to the right of it, or to the left, depending on which way you're facing. So making that adjustment, this one is doing very well. Over here in the corner, we have flowers that my children planted, and I'm not sure what this yellow vine is wrapping around our plants, but it did come from the wildflower mix. If anyone has any idea what this is, I would love for you to share it in the comments. We have more wildflowers here. And we do not have a shortage of spiders either. There are spiders all over the garden. Here we have this beautiful calendula, which has had a very hardy bloom. They are leaning forward a little bit, and it's primarily my doing because I am using the water hose to spray them, and so I need to spray them with a lighter pressure so that they don't lean forward like that. Back here we have burdock root and more green peas. The burdock didn't do very well on the garden floor, so I decided to tuck them over here in the shade under the tree of heaven to see if they do produce or grow better in this area. This is our tree of heaven, which I'm just amazed to see how well it's doing. In the winter, it basically went down to twigs. I thought that it was done, but now it's hardy, it's growing so beautifully, it's tall, and it's providing so much good shade to our plants that are growing in that area. We are packing a variety of plants and veggies here in our tiny garden space, and we have so much more to plant. Thank you for coming along on this tour today with Vibe with Nature. Please like, share, and subscribe to follow along on our wellness journey through planting seeds and learning as we grow along. Peace and light, and see you all on the next one.